The Department of Public Instruction released the latest school report cards today.
5 Madison schools went up while 2 took a little bit of a step down, but all of them met expectations. The grades are based on student performance in grades 3 to 10 in 4 different categories. Jen Cheatham is the superintendent of the Madison Metropolitan School District. Welcome to Live at 5, Jen.
Thank you.
Madison schools were graded, they scored 69.8 in the latest DPI report, and that means all schools in the district met or exceeded expectations. What was your reaction to the latest report?
Definitely pleased. We always like to see our numbers rising, but definitely never satisfied.
So what does this report tell you about the state of the district?
You know, it's great information for us to get. I'm really looking forward to diving into some of the other school district data to see how we compare. But it's important for me and all of those who work in our schools and our parents and families to remember that the DPI report cards are lagging data. It really helps us reflect backwards since it's heavily focused on the WKCE results from this past fall, which is really measuring the school year before that. So again, it's great baseline information for us to use, coupled with the more current information that we use as a school district to drive our school improvement planning process and the work that we've set out to do this school year.
Were there any special schools that received significant recognition?
You know, we were excited to see some schools that have been working very hard in the last few years to make some great movement and actually make movement from one category up to another. Blackhawk Middle stands out, for example. This is a school that did a lot of work over the last few years creating a much more stable and positive learning environment, but also focusing on the quality of instruction. And we see that really producing positive results in student achievement, both in this lagging data, as we see in the DPI report card, as well as our current data.
Parents can go online and look at these numbers. What are they looking at and what should they think about them?
Yeah, I think it goes back to the idea that the information in the DPI report cards is important, but it is lagging data. So it's data that tells us where our schools have been, but doesn't really tell our parents where our schools are now and where we're headed. So I encourage parents to talk with their principals, talk with their schools about their school improvement plans for this year and their results from this very past year, which are also available on our website. I think by looking at both the DPI report cards and the school profiles and plans for this upcoming year, parents will get a very well-rounded picture of where their schools are and where they're headed. I think that's what it takes.
Always work to be done. Superintendent Cheatham, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
And a reminder, too, that you can see the full report and see how your individual school did on our website, channel3000.com.